Welcome to Grace Abounds. I'm Pastor Emily Baton. Today, I will be sharing with you my Sunday sermons from St. John's Lutheran Church in Palm Desert, California. Thank you for joining us, and may you find grace, peace, and comfort in the message today. There is a young boy standing in the middle of a massive crowd. He's straining his neck to see around the sea of people in front of him. He has a sack over his shoulder almost the size of him that his mother convinced him to take in case he or someone else is hungry. But he could care less about the food because he heard Jesus of Nazareth was going to be here. And right now, he can't see a thing. So he begins weaving his way through the legs in front of him, finally pushing past the last row of people, and he finds himself falling face first into the grass in a clearing. Just in time, an arm shoots out to catch his bag. The boy looks up into a young man's face. Is this Jesus? No, the boy thinks. Jesus would be more grand and holy. The young man takes him by the arm, guiding him to a man seated cross-legged on the ground. Hey, Jesus, this boy has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish, but that won't be enough for all these people. Jesus looks at the boy, smiles, a smile that could bring light on the darkest day. Jesus' disciples in this text are skeptical. They are caught in a place of scarcity. But Jesus' ministry doesn't come from a place of scarcity. Jesus turns scarcity into abundance. He does not see the boy's offering as insufficient. Jesus saw it for what it was, everything that the boy had. And it is time for Jesus to flip the script again, turning what seems like not enough into an abundance. So Jesus gives thanks for the loaves and fish, and it is enough to feed the thousands present with baskets left over. It is so easy to get stuck in a scarcity mindset, to get caught up in what is lacking, that we miss what is right in front of us and the abundance it truly is. Our Western society is one of scarcity, hidden behind a mindset of abundance, told that we need to buy more and more, with the real message being you don't have enough. We are told to work more and more, but the message really is you are the one who lacks what it takes. The more and more we push and consume, the less and less we have left. We are sold a narrative of abundance, that bigger is better, and the more we have, the better life will be. But that simply means that the more we get and achieve, the more we need. Scarcity is finite. The more disposable a product, the faster to turn over until we ourselves become disposable commodities. Never enough. It is as though we are seeking something that will finally fulfill that empty feeling of scarcity. We are not the first to feel this way. The Bible is full of people seeking something from Jesus that they could not find. The rich man who asked Jesus what he could do to get into heaven, Jesus answering, "Give up everything you have." This is, of course, the last thing a person of scarcity wants to hear. The woman at the well asked Jesus for water. He gave her living water, so she would never be thirsty again. When the disciples ask, how are they going to feed all these people, they are still focusing on what is missing without seeing the answer standing right next to them. What are they among so many people The answer is enough. Enough for Jesus to bless and turn it into abundance. The answer to that which you seek and cannot find is not out there. It resides in you and in the extended hand of the neighbor. And that is the abundance of the grace and love of Jesus Christ. A few days ago, along with, I'm sure, many of you in the world, I spent the afternoon watching the opening of the Olympics. There was definitely an abundance of rain, but there was also an abundance of joy. As each country rode down the Seine River on ships, the screen was filled with smiling faces under ponchos and umbrellas. There are many reasons for these countries to be lacking joy, to be coming from a place of scarcity. They are very familiar with conflict, violence, drought, starvation, disease, displacement, persecution. The list goes on and on. But the boat that caught my attention the most was the one carrying the refugee Olympic team. This category in the Olympics began in Rio in 2016 to ensure that people displaced from their home countries can have access and funding to participate in sports at the highest level. This year's team is made up of 37 athletes from 11 different countries. Each one of these people has gone through conflict, persecution, and displacement. And their smiles aren't any smaller. If anything, they spread even wider across their faces. They are excited and proud to be a part of the Olympics. It is not that they are ignorant of the scarcity at times in their lives. They simply choose to see abundance in where they are right now. The Olympics are unique in this way. For a few weeks, we can look to the abundance of our world and hope. When trapped in the scarcity around us, it is easy to miss the places of abundance. This is because they are not always big and extravagant. Sometimes the answer to 5,000 hungry is a small boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish. Sometimes the answer to a displaced athlete is the inclusion of a refugee team. Sometimes the answer to our greatest pain is to extend a hand of understanding. We do not have to look far to find that we are enough, together in the abundant love of Christ. Amen. Thank you for listening. Each week's episode is edited by Nick Cox with music by St. John's Worship Band. This week's sermon is by me, Pastor Emily Baton. Make sure to subscribe, and if you would like to know more about St. John's mission to know Christ and make Christ known, please visit our website at stjohnslutheran.church. May God be with you this day.